Lisa, launch your income. Come on in. We're going to get started. This is my Go Live and Monetize Your Expertise session. Feel free to come on in. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you joining. And so we're going to get started. In just a second, I'm going to like my live and go to all the settings so I can like it. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll get started in a second. And I'm just going to make sure I do all the likes real quick. Appreciate you joining. How you doing? Yes, Michelle. How are you, friend? I was busy this morning getting myself set up, um, doing my homework for that TikTok shop stuff. So I am liking my live as we speak. That's what I'm working on. Um, and I'm trying to make sure I have that set up. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Okay. You said you are well. Appreciate it, friend. Actually, I'll break up a little different. My case is not fully on. I was doing working on some content. I didn't get it posted this morning, but I took some images, kind of making sure I do some TikTok stuff, TikTok shop stuff, some video images. Hold on 1 second. Commenting. He said working on finishing touches for my video. Okay. I was trying to do some content creation too. I know I'm going to get faster, more efficient. I know that. And getting things ready for my live stream tonight. Okay, awesome. 6 p.m. Eastern. I am going to try to make it. We'll see if I can. How long is your live stream typically? Is it 45 minutes to an hour? Let me know if that's the case. Maybe I can catch the second half of it. And so that would be awesome if I could. And then I noticed Central. Let's see, it's Central. Yep, I said Eastern. Oh, that's what it was. 7 p.m. Eastern for me. Okay, gotcha. All right. I appreciate it, friend. Let me get it set up here. We got multiple screens operating at once. So, and get things ready. And touching all my screens. There's multiple things I have to do. I'm assuming I'm taking my time, but not that I'm taking my time, I'm not doing it intentionally. But I know I'm vertical, so people are going to start coming in a second. That's probably what's going to happen. Thank you so much, though, for all your support. I appreciate that. And I'm still getting acclimated to the whole vertical piece. Turn the light on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're laughing at me with 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. Awesome. Yes, as you can tell, I take forever. I'm gonna try to be more efficient though. I say that every time, but I really am because I got so many more things to do. Hello, everyone who is joining. I appreciate you being here. This is my Go Live and Monetize Your Expertise session. Thank you for being here. He said I'm here praying you do this. Yes, it's a lot. I have 3 meetings today after this on back to back, so it is a lot when you add that factor in and you're helping others. So that's what we do. We're here helping others. So come on in. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all joining. And so let's see what happened. Hello, and make sure you like the live and comment. I appreciate you coming in, and then also make sure you share the live. So I appreciate you all joining. Thank you for coming in. We're going to get started in a second. And if you have any questions, my moderator, yes, Michelle Crochet, she is in the chat. So feel free to connect with her. She is awesome with supporting you on your YouTube journey. So if you have questions or trying to understand how to navigate this platform, she's a great person to have in your toolkits of resources. So definitely to connect with her. Subscribe to her channel. Also subscribe to my channel as well, Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. And I'm going to talk about all things going live and how to monetize your expertise. And so come on in. Like I said, go ahead and like the live as well. Appreciate you all being here. And so, Michelle, let me look at the comments. He said, hello, how are you? I'm new here. Thank you so much, Coffee, for being here. I appreciate you joining. You'll see me in real time. I'm gonna switch over to TikTok for a second. We're gonna talk over there. But I definitely like the live as well. I appreciate you joining. And let me know if you have any questions, and let Yes Michelle know if you have any questions as well. Like I said, we're both here to support you. Okay, friends, so let's get started. All my little messages coming in. Thank you so much for being here as well. And feel free to put comments in as I talk. If there's questions, you're welcome to share any thoughts. And that's what we want to do. We want to make this as interactive as possible so that you are learning and growing, particularly if you're looking at getting into YouTube or even TikTok. So Michelle can give you guidance on YouTube and what you need to do to set up your page and get optimized. And then I'm going to talk about TikTok. And honestly, they both kind of mirror in terms of how do you think about your audience, your brand, supporting people, and offering a solution. So I want to make sure you're being very intentional about your journey. So thank you so much for being here. Intentional is the word for the year. That's my word, intentional. All right, friends, we're going to get started. Good morning, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch Your Income. Come on in. We're talking. I'm talking on YouTube and I'm talking on TikTok. So come on in. We're going to talk all things going live and monetizing your expertise. If whether you have a physical product or digital product, come on in. We're going to talk about how do you leverage your resources and your knowledge to support your target audience, friends. So come on in. How you doing? I said, Remus. Thank you so much, Luna. Jimmy, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you all joining. This is my level up conversation. I do a 4 o'clock, go live with ease and confidence. Those are for my newbies, but this is for my people who are ready to level up. How you doing, Caroline? Thank you so much for being here. Hello, friends. How are you doing? Hope all is well. How's everything going with your journey? You got a lot on your plate too. Look at the sub stickers. I am doing my sub only live today too. So my sub only live is happening at 6:30. I put a message out there. Let me know. You asked the question about Discord. I don't do a Discord actually, but I've been thinking about it, but I don't do a Discord currently. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Oh, that was unexpected. Thanks for the invite. So much to learn. Oh, look at you, friend. You are welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to support. If you have questions, come on in. We're just getting started. So this is my 10 o'clock. I came on a little bit late, but I am here. And so as you are thinking about TikTok and what to do here, how to engage, how to interact, what is it that you're trying to do in terms of building a community? Are you trying to go live? Or are you focused on your content creation? So it says, your bio says, Mom, Wifey, Over 50 Club, Lover of Luxury and Thrifting. Look at you, the combination. Look at you. I love it. Come on in, friend. Sub only live today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Yes, friend. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're going to have the subs come in. You are more than welcome to come on in and join the conversation. For my sub only live, I usually make it an ask me anything. You can come up and as a guest and ask questions that way, or you can put them in the chat. So however you want to do it. He said, I'm engaging like crazy. Look at you. You are. I'm gonna help you, Luna, because I'm gonna give you some tips and strategies here to up your engagement. We're gonna talk about that. And then we're gonna talk about, I know you have live access. Have you gone live? So let me know if you've gone live. He said perfect. um, okay, great. Do you do sub only every Wednesday? I do it every other Wednesday. So I do it like 2 to 3 times a month. So it ends up depending on how many weeks in a month. End up being like April, I did it 3 times, I believe. May, I think it's going to end up being twice. So every other week I try to do my sub only live. Luna, you said no, you have not gone live. Okay, friend. Okay, we're going to talk about going live, because again, it just depends on what you're trying to do with the app. When you think about monetization, when you think about building a community, when you think about your growth strategy, all those things factor in. And then when you come live, live is a great way to start building that relationship with people. Again, people get to support you. You build that know, like, and trust. So we're going to talk through that. I want you to be intentional about building your community. How you doing, Seasoned? I appreciate you being here, friend. Preferred, thank you for joining. I see you as well. Come on in if you are new. We're going to talk about how to properly engage. Luna, I'm going to talk about the blue box. So you'll notice my friends coming in. They have a blue box. Miss Thing, she is flying in with that 25 blue box. So you said I'm listening. We're going to talk about how they got that blue box. So that is part of your engagement strategy. So I'll talk about that in a second. I want to focus more on going live for Shoppable to build my TikTok shop. Awesome. Carolyn, did you end up getting with Live Legion? Let me know if you're over there as well. I don't know if you're with Live Legion. I'm gonna say this, and not to underestimate the work and build it. You said I did not. Okay, so not to underestimate the work that goes into TikTok Shop, but I do like the way Jessica Live Legion is organizing. She does have a Discord, so she's organizing. She's sharing information because you don't know what you don't know, and that's the thing about it. I don't profess to know it all. I know a little bit to be dangerous, but but at the end of the day, TikTok Shop is a thing, and it takes a lot of coordination. It takes a lot of information to make sure you're successful, to set yourself up for success. And so I think she is doing it the right way and going about it the right way to make sure we have all the tools, all the information, all the resources to be successful. And we can practice. We can practice in a safe space. We can share information. We can get feedback. All that is important if you're going to be successful. All those tips and strategies are important. Now, when it comes to her services and support, that's great. But it does take you to do the work. So today I was working through some content and coming up with some ideas and trying to play around with my tablet and my phone and some other gadgets and stuff I just got. And so I'm trying to figure out my approach. And so I'm still learning but it is a thing. I love the live with her and have to get with her. Yes, definitely reach out to her. I know she's taking some more people. And I'm just going to be honest with you all. There are going to be people who start, and there are going to be people who don't finish. Because again, like I said, it is a thing. And once you realize what it involves and entails, then you're going to have to make a personal decision and say, okay, is this what I want? And so she's going to have more spaces. I'm just going to be honest with you, because it is going to be one of those things where people just kind of figure it out for themselves to see if they want to dedicate themselves to the process. And there are going to be some people who say, you know what, not right now. It's just, and that's a personal decision. It's just going to be like, okay, you said it is. That's a personal decision you're going to have to make for yourself to say, okay, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want to invest my time and effort into? And then ultimately, how do I want this to look for me? And ultimately, you're going to have to make that personal decision. But it is lucrative if you do it, if you dedicate your time to it. Preparation equals elevation. I love that. I love that. Ooh. It is. So it's funny. Okay. So I sent this to my UBC people my yesterday. And yes, Michelle, you got it. So I sent this to my UBC people because the Ultimate Branding course, they have monthly mindset conversations. and I listened to the mindset. They did it on Sunday. I wasn't able to do it on Sunday because it was Mother's Day, but they did it on Sunday, and I listened to the recording last night. And it really was what you just said. A part of your mindset has to be, okay, how do you sometimes get out of your own way? Sometimes you do things that are out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you make radical decisions to say, I'm leaving those thoughts, those behaviors, those activities, and all the things that keep me in my little bubble, keep me thinking like I can't do this. I'm just going to continue to be in my comfort zone. And when you stop doing that and you say, okay, I'm going to do something radically different, and I'm going to put myself in a position where I have to change, then that's where things totally transform for you. And so you got to put yourself in that position. And oftentimes we stay in our comfort zone. We stay in our comfort zone. We don't push the limits. We don't think about ways that we can think and operate differently because, obviously it's uncomfortable to do that, especially if you're used to a certain way of life. And so you got to do things differently. And sometimes the universe will make you have to do things differently just because, life gets to life. And then you're like, now I have to change. And that change is forced on you. But that's what this year is about for me. I started the year saying, okay, I've been complacent. And I'll say this as a parent, as parents, you always have to do things for your kids. Don't get me wrong. I have been in that mommy mode so long, and really for my daughter, because her father and I, we divorced when she was 6 years old, and so it was her and I for almost 10 years. Well, I shouldn't say 10 years. It was about 6 years. It was just the two of us for the most part. I was dating my husband, my current husband. We were dating a little bit, but we were really still living two separate households. Him raising his boys, me raising my daughter. And so really recognizing that, okay, I need to do something different. So we blended the family. We got married and blended the families. And in that process, I was so used to focusing on my daughter when she went to college. And that first year, I told you all in another conversation, I was a helicopter parent. I was very focused on her well being, helping her, making sure she was great academically, making sure she had all the different opportunities. And when she went away, I was like, okay, you know what? Enough's enough. I need to I need to focus on me. And so that was the change for me. And that literally was why I started TikTok, because I was like, okay, now I have time and capacity and the opportunity to think about something else. And last August or so, I was like in that mode, in that mindset. And so I was like, okay, let me do something radically different. And so that's how this came about, because it was that thing that I said to myself, I need to do something different. I need to change. I need to disrupt how I've been operating, because I've been so fixated on my child. And now that she's gone, and she's in her transition, I have to be in my transition. Now, granted, I have the little 5-year old, so he ain't going nowhere. But it was really my mindset was fixated on her, and so now I'm operating differently. What kind of doctorate? I'm a PhD in education and leadership. Thank you so much, everybody coming in. I see you all. I was going through my rants. Thank you so much. Level up. How are you, friend? Let me know how you're doing. You're new to my room. Come on in. I appreciate you joining, friend. How you doing, Mango May? I appreciate you being here, friend. Some people love comfortable. We have to change. That's it, faceless. That's it. That's it. Angie, good morning, friend. How are you, friend? Come on in. House of Yo-Ya. Thank you so much, Yayo. Yayo. How are you? Good morning. How you doing, Bloom? I see your friend. Thank you all for coming in. Um, all of you, appreciate all the well wishes. I see all you guys coming in. Let me catch up on comments. And you guys are engaging. Trixie and Ray and Miss So What Now? That's what I was doing. So what now? Holla Q, how are you, friend? Good morning, Cajun Queen. How you doing, friend? Appreciate you joining. So let me catch up. We're gonna do something. It wasn't really. You said I wasn't really prepared for the shock of actually sending my oldest off to college. It was hard. It was hard. Yeah, I would admit to that. I would wholeheartedly agree with that, because I had like I said, I had a similar experience. So she did her freshman year, and here's what happened. And this is a parenting conversation. Her freshman year was, by all standards, good. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was good, overall. She had some hiccups. She had to repeat actually a class in the fall and a class in the spring. So she had to repeat classes because she realized that her study habits, her behaviors, because she was one of those kids when she was an AB student, but she could coast. And so now college made shocked the system a little bit. And I think it shocked my system a little bit too, because again, I was trying to instill in her the importance of studying and having good study habits and making sure you're thinking very intentionally about what you're doing. And so you said I cried at my son's orientation. I'm laughing because I didn't cry, but at the same time, I know those emotions, so I know how it is. You're like, okay, this is happening. This is happening. How you doing, Simply? How are you, friend? But for her, because her semester was just so much of a up and down roller coaster to a certain extent. Again, I don't want to make it seem like you said like a baby. Oh my gosh, you said I cried like a baby. I don't want to make it seem like it was just horrible. By all standards, she did fine. She could have done better. Maybe I should say that. And repeating the courses, I think, helped her realize, like, hey, sister girl, you got to figure out this and figure out quickly. And what I end up doing is just taking a step back. I was like, you know what? She's going to have to do this on her own. And I just gave her an option. I said, you're going to either do it on your own or you're going to be back at home. Okay, those are your two choices. Figure this out, get your stuff together, snap into it, kind of make sure you are organizing yourself, or you are going to make sure you're going to be the person that has to decide if you want to do this. And if you don't focus and get it together, you may have to come back home. That's the reality. And what she ended up seeing, it was one of her stepbrothers, one of my sons, he actually did have to come back home. So I think that became a reality check for her, because she was like, oh, wait a minute, they ain't playing over here. So like, I need to get it together. And so her sophomore year this year, she finished all A's, both fall and spring. She had a beautiful, she snapped into it, she was good. But I think also what happened is that I wasn't stressing her. I wasn't on her about her academics. I wasn't on her asking the questions. I told you I became a live host, y'all. So she did not have mommy to reach out to, and well, mommy wasn't calling and sweating her. Maybe that's what it was. I wasn't sweating her. And so she realized, okay, you know what, I gotta figure this out, because mommy ain't sweating me like that. I'm not doing it. She's not doing the most. And at the end of the day, if I want this, then I'm gonna have to make this happen. So she really became a student and studied library tutors, all the things. She was doing all the things. She's a science major, so it really did force her to understand academically, if she wants to be successful, she's gonna have to do it on her own. But that also gave me the ability to exhale and just take a step back and say, okay, you know what? Let me focus on me. This is what I'm gonna do. And then so I came here. That's pretty much what happened. It took me months to stop crying randomly when people asked how she was doing. Yeah. So yeah, because I was such a helicopter mom, I couldn't allow myself to really tap into that emotion, the emotion of being, sad, and just, being, that piece of the separation and difference in the relationship. I haven't tapped into that yet. I think, again, because I now shifted my mind here, and and honestly, physically, she here, and she was right up the road, so I was going down the road to see her all the time, y'all. So so because of that, I didn't tap into that piece of it. But I think, again, it's because I was a helicopter parent, and so now I've now focused on me, and so I've shifted my thoughts on, okay, what else do I want to see happen that does not require me to focus on that aspect of parenting any longer, for her at least. Now, for the younger one, I still got to do that. And I have to wipe his tears when he gets upset and help him out and stuff. And so that I have to do. The older ones, I'm trying to get them to adulting. So that's kind of where my mind is. How you doing? We're gonna do start the flash goal is the heart me. Okay, they gave us the heart me. How you doing? Yes, Michelle, you came on in. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. You was on YouTube. Let me make sure I wasn't missing stuff from the chat. You locked in load. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle came over. I co-stream on YouTube, so feel free to connect with me on YouTube. And as a matter of fact, let me say this: if you are not connecting with me or Yes, Michelle, please do. Okay, we're trying to get goals, and we're trying to make sure we're setting you all up for success too. And so I want to make sure we are all winning, okay? So go ahead, connect with us. If you connect with us, we connect with you. So connection means that you are subscribing. YouTube use the word subscribe. We use the word follow over here. We're building our pages. I want you to build your page. This can be a community. It can easily be a community. So we want to make sure people are leveling up. YouTube is interesting. That is, it's not technically social media. It is a search engine similar to Google. When you think about it, Google owns them. And so people are searching essentially for content that are in the video format. So you want to make sure you are doing content over there as well. You could take your live stream, download it, put it over there, make it you know, different clips that you can use to put out there as content and edit it, add a thumbnail, do all the things and make it searchable where people can find your content. So that is another platform you want to play around with. I love this. My daughter's going to Cornell this fall. Oh gosh. Oh yes. Are you in the in the state of New York? Let me know, Luna. Are you in the state of New York so you'll be able to get to her quickly, or is that like truly long distance for you all? I live in Florida, so my daughter goes to school, the state school here in Florida, University of South Florida. That's where she's at. So Tampa's right up the road. My in-laws live in Tampa. My husband's from Tampa. We live in Orlando. So I get there. I get to see her uh, probably every 6 weeks. We'll have a reason to connect, whether it was spring break or fall break or the hurricane season. So we saw a lot of each other. So thank you. I appreciate you, friend. Sometimes I go in those conversations, so it just came up, and I so appreciate y'all coming in. Thank you so much. 2 hours. Thank yes. So that's convenient. We're about an hour and a half away from her. Heading back to my playground. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle. Yes, that's good. You'll be able to see her. That'll be good. You'll be able to keep in touch. Thank you for inspiring me to co-stream. I went live on YT. Oh, look at you. YT, Substack, Riverside, and TikTok last night. Riverside I'm not familiar with. That's a new one for me. What is that? Is it similar to like Substack, or which platform does it seem similar to? I am here, but I'm over here to help to grow your brand over here. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. How you doing, Sultry Nanas? Blessings of peace, TikTok family. I love that. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody coming in. I appreciate you all. So yeah, we were talking about mindset. Shout out from Louisiana. How are you, friend? Hello, Daquan. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. And so we yeah, we were talking about mindset. So that's where the mindset conversation came from, because I was talking about TikTok shop. Recognize it. Thank you for sharing a live. We're gonna get to the proper etiquette. Luna, I want you to understand how to engage from a full engagement perspective. As we talk about coming to someone's live, you want to recognize you are entering. I say it all the time. I joke about it, but at the end of the day, it is a relationship. This is a commitment from all of us, from you as a viewer, me as a host, and TikTok, to make sure we are working together. So the three of us will work together to make sure that this relationship goes smoothly. And so part of what needs to happen is engagement from the viewers. That is important. TikTok gives you points for your engagement. And then me as a live host. My job is to educate, entertain, and inspire you, okay? And so and then I added this in my content recently. And to also lead you to think about something bigger than what you're currently doing. So ideally, if I'm educating you and you're learning, because I consider this a learn room, and if I am inspiring you, that leads you to some type of change, some type of transformation. So that is what I'm here for. I'm going to talk about that when it comes to understanding your audience, how to support them, and then ultimately how to offer a solution to them. Thank you so much. Riverside is my recording software subscription, so members and outside callers can log in to watch. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to have to look into Riverside. I like that. Hello, happy Wednesday. How you doing? Thank you so much, Darlene. I appreciate you. Good morning. So when you come into someone's live, there's a couple of things you want to do. There's support, like Norma. How you doing, friend? Sending the roses. I appreciate you. There's support like that. You gotta have coins on your account to send out roses to people or send out any gifts, as well as to get the daily heart me. That's the heart plus up here. That's those coins you can get in the gift box. You can recharge there in the right corner. You click that, it takes you in the app and you'll recharge. There's a little bit of a processing fee, or you could go to the website or download the TikTok app for coins. But the website is www.tiktok.com/symbol coin, COIN. So with coins, You need that to send out gifts that are in the gift box, the rose, or doing the daily heart me, or doing someone's wish box, or doing somebody's gift gallery. Those are gifts. Those are the things that you have to send out. And Chantal, she's sending out the popular live. So did Miss Darlene. So recognizing that's how you engage from a gifting perspective. TikTok wants you to gift. And if you give, TikTok will give you points. So you get a coin. I'm sorry, a point for every coin you spend. So if you send out two roses, you get 2 points. You send out one rose, you get 1 point because they're a coin each. And so recognizing that engagement matters. The daily heart mate also is how you get points for coming to this live. They changed it now, and I don't know if you guys noticed, my new people, you probably did notice. Now you have these, they changed the emojis and what they look like, these images here. It used to be a regular heart. Now it's all these fan club whistles and stars and hearts and smiley faces, all the different things that are showing to say, okay, I'm part of this community. I'm here to engage. I'm here to support, and I'm going to be a happy, proud engager. So that's what that represents. How you doing, resilient? And so you want to make sure you are engaging. And so when you tap the screen, you'll see where it says 8.3K. Tapping the screen shows love. It tells TikTok you are here, you are supporting. That is free. You don't need a coin to tap. And you'll hear people say tap to the confetti because a pink heart will pop up, a line will start crawling across. And as that line crawls across, that heart gets fatter. And then you'll see some dots starting to percolate out of that heart. And as you are tapping, 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 and that line finishes and gets to the end, you let go, confetti will fall on the screen. You see the confetti, I don't. And so I say that because you'll hear people say tap to the confetti. And you just saw Miss Darlene say tap to 50K. So as a team, as a community, as a relationship, we are working together to make sure the room is activated. So everything I tell you to do, in a perfect world, you are taking this back to your community to make sure they do it. You said, I just got confetti. Look at you. Oh, Alta, thank you so much for your first gift. Look at your friend. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. You did not have to do that, but I appreciate you coming in and sending your first gift here. So I appreciate that. Luna, you said you got confetti. You was like, I never got confetti before. I love that. So yes, you'll hear people say tap. So what happens with the room? Those taps matter. So TikTok gives you points for that. Happy Wednesday. Let's grow together. Kindly, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for sharing a lot. Came in, you know the sign. You said, I'm going to tap, I'm going to share, I'm going to comment, I'm doing it all. Now we got to get you a blue box, friend. We're going to get you a blue box. Because the blue box is part of what our friend just did when they sent that first gift. Alter sent that first gift. You got your blue box for that. You didn't have a blue box before that. So now you're level one. So I jokingly say, and I'm not joking when I say this. I'm really not joking. When you go into someone's room, they look for that blue box, the live hosts and the other viewers. And so people look for that blue box because they see that you are an engager. You understand how to come into a room and you understand what does it mean to fully engage. Okay, so the blue box you get ultimately because you are actively commenting, you're liking the live, you are gifting. So I'll say real quick, if we click where it says 45, 47 people are in the room, it tells you people who are top engagers, people who have come in. And I will tell you right now, these are people you don't want to leave without. Okay? You want to make sure you engage with these people because they understand how to fully engage and they leveled up. In the top right corner is a question mark. I point this out because people say, well, how do you know all this? Okay, I looked and clicked some of the question marks. And what it tells you is that how to become a top viewer. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. And as you become a top viewer, you get points for your likes, your comments, likes is the top of the screen, your comments, and your gift counts, and your watch time. TikTok is paying attention, so you get ranked because of the watch time, not points. But TikTok is paying attention to what you do. And so as you are engaging, TikTok is giving you points. Okay. Good morning. How you doing, Yola? Thank you so much, Ramona. I appreciate the daily heart me. Good morning. How are you? How are you? There, what is it? There, all grandma, all gam. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Cinnamon, how are you, friend? Cinnamon, you still have not put a picture in, friend. What what is Cinnamon? What is going on? We're gonna get you a picture. You did put a bio in. Look at you. Congratulations. He said I did a bio, doc. I appreciate that. How you doing, TikTok hit Taryn? Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so what you want to do is also, and I like this. So I'm gonna click Bloom's comment. I'm gonna pin it because I want to show you guys really quickly because I just saw that pop up. If you are new to my room, I want you to understand engagement matters. Engagement, you want to do those comments, all the things, and you want to connect with other people. Okay. However, you want to connect with people, and I always say this, you want to connect with people who have a bio that know how to optimize their profile, first of all. So they have a bio, they gotten rid of the username with all the numbers, because you get that when you start off your live, start off on TikTok. Ideally, they have a photo, Cinnamon. They have some kind of image there. So you want to make sure that those people understand how to optimize their profile. And then ideally, when you go to their profile later, you want to make sure they are posting content. Because if you're on this app and you are not posting content, then you're not really engaging. People can't engage with your content, they can't engage back with you. So they just follow you for follow's sake because you have no content that they can go in and comment off or connect with you there. So you want to be intentional about posting as well. And you want to make sure when you do connect with people, you say words. You don't say words like scoop or follow or gotcha. You say words that matter to that as a greeting, or say words that matter to cultivating a relationship. Okay, so that's what you want to do because again, that's true engagement, not fake engagement. Okay, so always put words. Don't put the scoop and follow because TikTok, that's bad in the sense of TikTok just sees you as someone who's doing fake engagement. And so you'll get essentially in the live, you just got to be careful with doing that type of verbiage because you'll get a signal, especially in a live post that says there's fake engagement happening. So you want to be careful about that. But with that being said, make sure you are connecting with people. By all means, there'll be people who come in my room. It's like, I'm looking for new followers. I say that's great. It's great that you announced it. Now you got to get to work. Okay? Get to work. So definitely announce it if you want to, but you make sure you get to work and you tell people I'm about real engagement by the way you're interacting in the room. How you doing, Nubian Queen? How you doing, NK? You said, oh, Cinnamon, you said you need help with your photo. What's happening, friend? When it comes to your photo, you're gonna hit Edit Profile, and then when you click Edit your photo or avatar, it'll show that right under the picture. The circle area, you can add any image. Add any image from your camera roll. Add a picture of yourself if you choose to. Add a picture of the sky if you want to. Add a picture of some flowers, whatever it is, just add an image. So don't overthink it. Just add something there just so that it's there. And then you can change it. You can change it later. So, ideally people want to see your face and a true photo, but you don't have to do that. People put their logos, people put words, people put messages. So don't stress about that. But just have something. That's the main thing. Have something there. How you doing, the creative therapist in tech trends with E? I appreciate your friend. Come on in. How are you? Three more heart meets to go. Did it expire? Oh gosh. Let me. We got 30 more seconds, y'all. Let's see. Can we get three more? Grand Rising, how are you? If you didn't get your daily heart meet, go ahead and snag that daily heart meet. See if we can reach our goal. You said I'll have to try it again. Yeah, thank you so much. Look at your sentiment. Thank you so much, friends. You said only positive vibes. There we go. I tried. Music came up and all kinds of stuff. Oh, interesting. Yeah, just something from your camera roll, friend. Okay, we missed it, but that's okay. We are here. We're gonna continue to engage. I appreciate you all. That's okay. TikTok will be okay about it. I wonder if people see me in rooms. What you mean, Jazzy? I see you, friend. Jazzy Mac. I see you. You're a crocheter. Awesome. Crochet artist A doll for everyone of hue, custom, and ready to ship available. Awesome, friend. Thank you for being here. Definitely keep connecting. So, as you guys are engaging and connecting, we're going to talk about other ways to activate the room, sharing out the live. Do you mind reviewing pinning comments? Do you mind reviewing Penny comments. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Halaku? Let me say. Oh, reviewing how to pin count comments. Um, when you type in a word, you touch the word. So your comment there, I'll do it actually since you're here. So all I did was touch the words that you said. Do you mind reviewing? And then that screen pops up, and it says pin comment. That's it. So Hala Q is somebody, this is Hala Q's second page. She is looking to get TikTok shop on this page. So definitely this is somebody you want to engage with. If you go to the top viewer box, she's in the top viewing box. You want to make sure she is actually number 2, y'all. So y'all might want to connect with her. This is the person you might want to be engaging with. Learning how to engage in rooms. Yes, good you saw me. Sometimes I engage a lot and they get missed. Oh, let me say this. It depends on the room you go to. So let me say this, friends. And this is what I do. Now, I would say if you are going to become a live host, I think it's important that you make sure people feel seen and heard. That's how you get support. Okay. However, I recognize that it takes time to build that support. It takes time for people to want. You said I'm a big fan of Dr. Lisa. How you doing? Thank you, Ramona. Thank you, Holly Q. I appreciate your friend. Um, it takes time to build that support. It takes time to get your room to the point where people want to engage back. But it starts off by you intentionally seeing people. Like Kelly, I see you. I see you, my friend. It's Shauna. Thank you so much for being here. Barbara, thank you for joining. You let people know they feel seen and heard. I go into the comments all the time. I'm talking to y'all. I don't moderate. I don't have a moderator for this room. Thank you so much. I see my sub stickers. I don't have a moderator for this room because I like being in the comments. I like seeing the comments and I like answering your questions. This is a beginner room. This is a beginner friendly room. So when you come to my room, I'm going to answer your question. If there's an answer I don't know, I will tell you I don't know and who in the room do know. Okay. Good morning. How you doing, Nadia? I appreciate you, the wealth builder. And so recognizing that it's important that you start cultivating that relationship. And a lot of times it starts with just recognizing people. Yeah. So a lot of hosts, their room gets to chatting and they get to talking and it gets away from them and they don't go into the comments like that. And, I think you should. I think you always want to make sure you allow people a space to feel free to connect with you. How you doing, Nubian? Thank you so much. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just clicking buttons. You are doing fine, friend. That's what it's all about. You are engaging. You're commenting. That's what this is about. You tap the screen, so just tap the screen if nothing else. Or share out the live. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Or just put comments in, okay? How do you make stickers for our subscribers? Oh, so my son actually made my stickers, but it was probably something I hadn't done it myself. Maybe I should say that. I didn't do it myself. I could have done it myself because I have Canva. But the specs are there. He gave me the specs too. I'm going to say the wrong number. But I think it's like 600 pixels. It had to be square and you just create a sticker in Canva or some other platform. I think he used Photoshop. Luna, look at you, friend. Thank you for sending a rose. Look at you, friend. You said, I just sent my first gift. I'm about to get my blue box. Congratulations, friend. Yeah, so he did that for me. But I could have easily went into Canva and just make sure that it's a square product, a square that you're doing. You put your image in there, color palette you want, and then you download it to your camera roll and upload it into the sticker section. It's as simple as that. I think there's a little bit of specs. If you go into the question mark for stickers, I think it gives you the spec. Or you can Google it. I think he told me he went on ChatGPT, y'all. I think that's what he said he did. He said, oh yeah, I did a ChatGPT and it told me the specs and I just did that. I was like, oh, okay. So thank you. You're welcome, friend. So yeah, you are inspiring me. Look at you. Girl, I'm going to have you do a live hosting in a day. You're going to be like, look here, let me do this. You said if that Dr. Lisa could do it, anybody could do it, y'all. Sending good vibes to everyone here. Thank you so much, Kylie. I got your friend. I'm gonna inspire you next, friend. We're gonna get you your blue box. I'm gonna talk about blue box and the value there though. Um, so you can make them in Canva. Yeah, as simple as Canva. Like I said, I think he was used to Photoshop. So he made them in Photoshop, but that is not required. You can easily make them in Canva, do a couple different designs, set them to, download them to your camera roll, upload them into your TikTok. Yeah. Test it out. Just test something out and see what works. Like I said, there's certain like 600 pixels, 30 megabytes, something he said he had to do. But that's just a matter of saving it that way. You said, I did it. You did. I saw you on YouTube this week and now you popped on TikTok. I haven't even. What? Nadia, look at me. Look at me. Okay, look at me. I'm out here like that. You know what happened? I'm going to tell you this though. You said yes. Okay. I'm slightly internet famous. Is that what's happening? No, I'm joking. What's happening though? Because I mean, when you think about your name, the algorithm is listening to you, even though you didn't say anything. Your name talks about wealth building. I talk about monetizing. There's some synergy between what you search, what you're all about, what I talk about. So the algorithm is going to push people into your room or push live hosts or content into your peripheral so that you are able to then see and notice it and you're gonna click to it. So that's essentially what happened. But I'm gonna say I'm internet famous. That might be probably me, but I've been doing this a minute now, so maybe I am out there a little bit more. But the algorithm knows, and I tell you guys all the time, when you go live, it's about your keywords, it's about your title, it's about the things you're watching. All the things add up to say the algorithm says, well, this is who this person is. Thank you so much. And let me make sure that people who are searching for that, that's why I said you need a bio. People who are searching for that, it gets pushed in front of them. So that's what's happening too. I appreciate you. You said I do a lot in Canva. Canva is TikTok friendly now. Yes, it is. It is. I went live for the first time last night. Congratulations, Cornelia. Awesome. How was it, friend? How was it? How was your live experience? Sub stickers, yes. Hello, everyone. Oh, and I should say this. I am doing my sub only live today. Today at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna put a sticker up in a second so you guys see that 6:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. I'm doing my sub only live. How do we send the sub stickers? Nubia, Nubia. Click your comments. There's a little star. Click that and you can add stickers. It pops up the screen where you can add the stickers. That's how you do it. He said, I am not shy. I heard that. Much love to all. I appreciate your friend. The sub only live tonight, right? Yep, it is tonight at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate you. I was catching up on comments. I see you all. Good morning again. This is my first account. Is it? Wait a minute, wait a minute. The real Gam. Okay, I got you. I got you. The other one, it was your G wasn't capitalized. That's what it was. Okay, awesome. Woohoo. Yes, yes. Thank you so much, FYP. I appreciate you, Jack. Jake, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Come on in, my friends. So if you're eclectic, it doesn't know what to send me. Kinda. Jazzy, kind of. The only thing I will say though, it should be sending you stuff about crocheting. I mean, just in general, just because that's in your bio, I would imagine. But yeah, if you are searching all over the place and your content is all over the place too, it does confuse the algorithm. I will say that. You got to make sure you are uh, um, staying within your niche, staying within the content pillars that you designed for what you're going to talk about. So if you're talking about crocheting and inspiring people to become crocheters, teaching them how to do it, you have some of your products you're promoting. So you want to stay in that content area, uh, and so the algorithm doesn't get confused. But when you start talking about race car driving and some other stuff, it's like, well, wait a minute, what are you doing? So just make sure you stay within that and it doesn't confuse it as much. If you want to do something that's totally out of your original topic and niche, then create another account. That's what I would tell you. Good morning, how's your day? Thank you so much, Andre. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Heart live. Thank you so much. Yes, let's tap the screen and heart the live. I appreciate you all coming in. You said you are famous. I appreciate that. I simply should pick. I have on my phone for stickers. One is my son's. Early. Yeah, you could. You could absolutely do that. People do that. They have images. They have words. Yeah, absolutely. You said praise the Lord. Appreciate your friend. He said, I'm here. How you doing, cute animals? How you doing, friend? He said, Dr. Lisa will inspire you to go live daily and stream all platforms in one no time. Yes, I will. You will be doing it. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle, you came back. Yes, I have to run. I will try to get back. I need to answer some calls. I appreciate your friend. Thomas, thank you so much for joining. Let me catch up on some more comments. I see you all. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. I get it. I have a faceless for a course I'm promoting. You have a faceless account too? I'm going to talk about faceless. Let me write a note because I want to circle back to faceless. Thank you for saying that. I don't talk about faceless enough. Every now and then I get a chance to talk about it because I start off faceless. So I had a faceless account. So I understand faceless from TikTok and even Instagram. I start off, my account over there is faceless. I need to change it though, but it is still faceless. Hello, Meatball. How are you? Thank you. Good morning from Texas. How you doing, Roxanne? I appreciate it. How can you tell doing a live if a person has a bio? When you click their photo, which you don't have, when you click their photo, it pops up their mini profile. That mini profile, it says the words under it, and yours says "Let's talk skin and eczema." There we go. That's the bio. So you just click their photo. Hoop earrings go with the hoops on the. Oh, it does, doesn't it, love? That's it. The hoops up at the hey. That circle life. I don't know. I just made that up, y'all. I appreciate that though. Can you reset your algorithm? You can. You can. Um, you got to work on that though. You got to be intentional about what you're posting. You got to be diligent and intentional about what you're posting so the algorithm picks that up. It takes about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks of you being consistent, maybe posting daily, maybe even a couple times a day. Yeah, you can reset it. I know you can do it because I'm currently doing it on my other account, and even with that account, I had started doing TikTok shop, and I could tell my algorithm would get a little confused when I would do videos that were shoppable videos on that other account, and so love the hair looks very complex and cool. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate that. Um, it does a lot. Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, friends. Um, you said it was good. Thank you so much, Miss Violet. So yeah, so you can definitely reset it. It just takes some time. You just got to stay with it in terms of what you're trying to post and let the algorithm know what you're going to do. I would say even change the bio. Those keywords matter there. So if you're trying to reset, you can do it. And it depends on what you're trying to do. Sometimes it maybe is easier just to start a new account. That may be the goal too. I go live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. So I'm going to go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jazzy. Appreciate you being here. Grand Rising, how are you doing, sister? I'm good. Good to see you. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much, Meatball. I appreciate your good information. Thanks for the information. You're welcome, Tanya. Thank you so much, Ramona. I see you, friend. You said I went live on YouTube and TikTok simultaneously yesterday. You did that co-streaming, Nubian. I love it. Yes. So were you similar where you had another device you were co-streaming at the same time? I'm assuming that's what you did. Let me know. So yeah, how you doing with love? Good day. How are you? I actually invited people in my live. It was a battle button. Oh, okay. Oh wow. Interesting. So so did you get the screen? It was the white screen when somebody popped up and they wanted to get invited to your room. I'm assuming that's what you did, and you accepted that invitation. I always decline those invitations when they pop up on my screen. I just, I don't want to change my room, so I just focus on what I'm doing here. They pop up at the most inconvenient time. Sometimes people want to do that, but I don't do it. So, and they are typically looking to battle. So that's what it is. Um, do our engagement point turn into money? No. No, think of it as an incentive, and those points are allowing you to have the blue box. Let me talk about the blue box because I couldn't get them out. You couldn't get them out. You got to click their box in the top corner, there's usually like a little exit symbol or X or something. You press, it's real small. And so you don't see it, but it's there. And you do the same thing. The one when you have a guest on is a little bit more visible, but when you have a when you have somebody who's co-hosting in that way, it's hard to see it, but it is there. You got to click the boxes in the top right corner. Thank you so much. I'm here. I thought I was not. No fee for agencies. Um, oh, Kavina. Live Legion is a TikTok shop agency. It's not the Creator Network program. That's for TikTok shop. So when it comes to agencies, let me, when it comes to agencies, let me say this in general, whether it's the Creator Network agency or a TikTok shop agency, the agency gets paid somehow. Let me say that. So they're gonna get paid. So whether TikTok is taking a percentage away from your diamonds and your rewards to pay the agency, because that's essentially how it's going to happen. They're going to take out whatever they need. When you battle and when you're doing the work that you're doing for the agency, with the agency, they take it out before you see it. Or with TikTok Shop, the agency is also taking a percentage, and they take it out of your commission. Yeah. So the agencies, in general, the agency always gets paid in some kind of way. Why does TikTok have pictures in picture for lives? Picture in picture? What you mean? Picture in picture. You're talking about when you do the multi-guest, when you have somebody up and it's a little small box. That's a guest coming up. That's the only thing I'm thinking of, Luna, with your question. I think that's what you're referring to. I think that's what you're referring to. So when it comes to Live Legion, here's what I said, because I had another conversation with somebody else yesterday. So let me get on. Let me talk about this, you all, because I am. I want to make sure I speak to. It's two different things I'm going to speak to. I want to speak to mindset and shifts, but I also want to speak to just thinking about the support piece. So when it comes to Live Legion, see, somebody just popped up. They're trying to get invited. Now I can hit accept, or if I let this time out, they'll come in my room instantly. So I'm going to hit decline so that they don't come in my room. But yeah, they pop up that way. So here's what I see they did it again. So they're trying to get in my room. I just hit decline. And so if you don't notice, it'll come up. Let's see. They keep doing it. So I turn the co-host invitations off so they can't come back. Do you have to fix on your posts? Do you have to fix on my post? It won't show me the analytics. Fix what, friend? Josie, I don't know what you mean. I make TikTok sometimes filter. I may have missed the first part of your question because I'm not seeing it. Thank you so much, Inspired. I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. You said exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Do you know how to fix? Do I know how to fix what? What are we talking about fixing? Like the live. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely like the live. I appreciate you. Um, Josie, I don't know what the question is. What are you looking to fix, friend? Maybe I'm missing something in your question. But yeah, what needs to be fixed? TikTok might be filtering you. Each post can show the analytics for each post. When you go into TikTok's studio, yeah, you can see the analytics for your posts. You're right. And you're saying yours is not showing all the analytics. You don't know how to fix it. Go to TikTok Studio, go to Tools, and then go down. I think you have to. They just changed the layout for me, so I think you have to scroll all the way down to your post, and you can see your post you've done. You also can click that post. It won't show me the analytics from the actual post. Yeah, I think you have to go to Tools. Go back to Tools and see if you can see it that way. Hey, Looney. Oh, Luna, look at you. Luna, you're going to make me talk about my subscriptions. Thank you for becoming a premium. So we'll talk about your profile. So, good morning. How are you? Look at you, Luna. Thank you for that tab. How are you? Okay, yes, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Thank you. Okay, couple things. Hello, Inspired. I see my sub stickers. Thank you so much. I did it. Look at, girl, you became a sub. You got the blue box. Look at you. I love that. You are awesome. Look at you. You said, I came in this lady's live. She got me becoming a subscriber. She got me getting this blue box. Okay, so sub only live today. I do offer subscriptions. I have three levels. One is my standard. I'm doing my sub only live. Standard goes across all of them. And then, how you doing, DJ? Thank you so much for being here. And then I do sub only content as well as how you doing, Shayna? And then I also see have my sub stickers, so my subscribers can send out stickers. Luna, if you put a comment in where you put those hands up, um, you could hit the star inside the comment box and then put out stickers, sub stickers too. And so my premium, what Luna just got, is a profile review. So I do that because I want to make sure your profile is branding to your target audience. So I'll give feedback about your profile. I'll send it to you in your DMs. That is where we will connect, Luna, about that. So we'll talk about that depending on what your target audience and your content pillars are. I will make sure I do that. And then my deluxe, I do a profile review and I do a live stream audit. So I'll come to your live, I'll review your live, I'll talk and get feedback about your live, and essentially helping to make sure you are engaging and you understand how to make sure you get more engagement for your audience too. So that's the goal. So I do those as part of my subscriptions. And as a subscriber, we're doing my subscriber only live. Is to ask me anything. I always bring something in it that's going to talk about monetization. I want you guys to grow. This is not about Dr. Lisa only growing. We are all growing. This is our opportunity to level up. So as you think about what you want to do in this app, there's opportunities for you to engage and make money here as a live stream host, but also above and beyond here. Because if you are offering solutions, and I say this all the time to your audience, they're going to support you. They don't want what you have. They don't want to connect with you. They don't want to build and grow with you. And they're going to see you as a problem solver for them. So they'll get what you will have to offer. So just think about it that way in terms of what is your live topic about? What's your niche? Who's your target audience? You got to know your audience. And then you got to make sure that they're engaging. So really quickly, I was going to circle back to agency. So Live Legion, I had a couple conversations with some of my friends recently, just talking about TikTok shop hosts paying for services. Like, what does that look like? And here's my thought about it. When it comes to TikTok shop, and I say this all the time, TikTok shop is a thing. It's a whole lot. And I don't know all the details and all the intricacies about TikTok shop to say I'm an expert by no means. Even when it goes to live, I tell you when it's stuff I don't understand and know, I tell you that. When it comes to content creation, I'm still involving in my content creation. So I am no expert when it comes to content creation either. I'm still evolving, but I'm willing to learn. Do I have to stick to one thing for your topic for your live? I think that's what you're asking, Shauna. I think that's what you're asking, Shayna. Um, for your live. No, not necessarily. I say there's always an umbrella topic. There's an umbrella. So when I talk about monetizing your expertise, I can talk about it from going live and live stream it. I can talk about it from helping you understand not to be nervous and you can do this with ease. I can talk about it from monetizing within the app and getting subscriptions. I can talk about it from monetizing outside the app where you have a physical or digital product you're offering as a solution or your consultations. So you go about that in multiple ways. It just depends on what your topic is, but you can have multiple things you're sharing. I just say you have an umbrella topic, so as people come in your room, they're still able to understand and want to engage and resonate with your messaging. You're not talking about going live here one day and next day you're talking about, well, let me tell you how to I don't know, make up something. Let me tell you how to crochet. And so those are two different topics, two different audiences. And people will be like, okay, well, wait a minute. I thought we were talking about going live. Now you're talking about crochet. And so just recognize that you want to make sure you are connecting with your audience. That's how you build a community. Yeah. See you later. How you doing, Ramona? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Okay, thanks. That's good to know. Yeah. So you're welcome. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Dr. Liz, for the information. Love your live. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. Good morning. How you doing, MJ? How you doing, Angela? I see you, Angel. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna like and share out the live. I've been ranting, y'all. Um, Thank you so much for being here. I didn't share my own live. Let me share. As a live host, you always want to share out your own live and let people know you are here and you are engaging. gives them an opportunity to come and support. So shared out my live to over 10 people. And so you could do that. You could share it out individually as well. And then if you hold my nose or my glasses and press down, you could share out the live that way as well. Okay. And so that's called a power share when you share it out in like this bulk format where you're sharing out with your friends, your supporters, those individuals. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Um, and somebody once said, like, oh, I feel weird sharing the live out. I say at the end of the day, it shows that you're here, you're engaging as a viewer, and as a live host, you want to make sure you share out your live because you want people to come in. So definitely you want to share out the live. People know what you're doing, and people are learning and growing too. So that is a good thing. It's not too spammy. You can't think of it like that. You don't want to spam people, don't get me wrong. So you're not going to share it out to the same person over and over again. Or if you copy the link, it also supports where TikTok will see people sharing and it'll bring more people into the live. But I was going to go back to agencies really quickly. Uh, when it comes to agencies support comes in different formats. It's training, it's development. In most, like I said, in most cases, TikTok pays agencies, but TikTok does take a percentage of your rewards and they will give it to agencies, use that percentage to share out with the agency. So for example, thank you so much, cute animal, engage. And so for example, I'm with Gravitas Q on this page, and I gave them my 30-day notice. So at the end of May, I am no longer with Gravitas. I will shift over to have to wait 2 months, 60 days before I can go to another agency. Now I'm still exploring other agencies. To be honest with you, I'm actually been exploring the option of becoming an agent myself, and so have an agency. And when I think about that, I would need to look at the different business models because the agencies they're in business. They're in business with TikTok. They're in business as an entrepreneur as well, and they're trying to figure out how to make money on in this relationship as well on the app. And so what TikTok does, especially for the agencies like Gravitas that are really promoting as being promoted as an entertainment agency, and a lot of the entertainment is those battles. The battles are the competitions. I just want to say that real quick because someone's going to say, what is a battle? The battles are the competitions where you are competing with another live host. That's the traditional method. There's team battles, there's box battles, there's all types of other methods out there. But you're competing and you're competing from points. Those 5 minutes, that 5 minute battle is where people will give the most that they normally don't give at that level and at that rate, and you're collecting rewards and points for those battles. Now, those points and those rewards, TikTok takes out their share before they give you your share. Okay, and in doing that math, my understanding is that you get 30%. TikTok takes 70, and of that 70%, TikTok pays the agency. Okay, so traditionally, um, traditionally, you said good morning, how you do? So traditionally, TikTok will always take out their share first. So my point is saying that because TikTok is always in this process, you're always going to have TikTok taking out their share, whether it's their share for your live here. So TikTok makes anywhere between 60 to 80% when you go live. You make 20 to 40% depending on how long you go live and what type of engagement you get. So again, TikTok is getting their share. Now, the transparency with Live Legion, and this is again me just kind of breaking this down, is that they're telling you very upfront, you get 80%, TikTok, I'm going to get 20%. I'm going to offer support. I'm going to offer training. I'm going to offer one-on-ones. I'm going to offer coaching. I'm going to offer relationship connections such as brand deals or connections with other companies and sellers so that you can get paid out that way as well. But the conversation up front is like 80-20. Now, I will tell you, TikTok is taking a share too. TikTok is taking their share. The seller's taking their share. The agency is taking their share. So multiple people are taking their share before you get your percentage. So I want to say that because in full transparency, I understand the business of doing this. And so again, it's just one of those things where you have to decide on if there's enough added value with going with an agency. And I had to make that decision myself where I submitted my notice for Gravitas Q because I said there's not enough added value for me. What they gave in the beginning was great training videos, but now I've gotten past that. And so there's not enough added value, so I had to move on. So when it came to going with Live Legion, it was enough added value for me. That from where I felt like I needed the support, I needed the training, I needed the guidance, I needed the coaching, I needed the leveraging of that relationship. And that added value was worth me paying the 20%. And being that information was transparent for me. Okay, because recognize TikTok getting in share. I don't know what their percentage is, y'all. What's TikTok percentage? So TikTok already got their percentage. They're not even sharing what their percentage is. They got theirs. So the 80-20 is what we know to be communicated at this point. So I say that I just wanted to give that little my own thinking and rationalization behind it. Again, you guys do what you need to do, but that was just my thinking about it. Belle, how are you? I'm on level 2. Not sure what that means, but I am learning. Look at you, friend. Awesome. You are growing. Level 2, the daily heartening. That means that you come back for um, at least twice to get your daily heartening. I think that's what it is. You came back twice. User Antoinette, thank you so much for being here. We're going to get you a real name, though, friend. We got to get rid of the username. Thank you, Nancy, for sharing the live. I appreciate you with love. Thank you so much for being here and sharing. Dr. Lisa, you're so sweet by explaining it the right way. Thank you so much. I see you, friend. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate your friend. What's the agency's name again? The agency for TikTok Shop is Live Legion. That's a TikTok Shop agency. I have so I was going to talk about Faceless too. I wrote that down. I have another account where I just rebranded it to Dr. Lisa Shops. Hey, phenomenal! Thank you so much, Dr. Lisa Shops. So that's my page there, and so that's where that agency sits with. Phenomenal. I was just talking about agencies. So I was just doing a synopsis on agency stuff because somebody else came in here and asked about the percentage pay. Um, Thank you so much, Fran. And so I was kind of just recapping my thoughts on it. Um, Thank you so much, people. I appreciate you. Okay, thank you for explaining this. You're welcome. What is Live Legion? Live Legion is a TikTok Shop agency. Gravitas Cube is a TikTok live host agency. They're under the Creator Network program. Live Legion is a TikTok Shop agency. I think they consider themselves a live host agency too, because the focus now is on going live and doing shoppable lives. And so let me say this, my other commercial. I am doing my first shoppable live. This is a full-blown shoppable live tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. on my other account, Dr. Lisa Shops. That account, I'm doing my first live for electronic products. You'll see tech products. So I'm going to come and do that here. And so it's going to be my first full-blown shoppable live. I'll probably go, we'll see how long I go. Okay, congratulations, thank you. And so I'm doing it tomorrow. So mark your calendars, come. And I'm going to give tips on products that I have that are all tech products, helping you with your content creation, helping with your live stream setup. And so those are the products that I'm going to bring. Can't wait to see it. Thank you. I'll be there. Thank you. Yay. Congrats. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. So I'm doing that tomorrow. I committed to coming on in the evenings, 8:30. We'll see, 8:30 to 10 in my mind. I'm not going to be on there all night. But 8:30 is when I start. 8:30 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So 3 days. So that's the goal. We're going to see how this goes, you all. So that's how I'm starting. But that page, I'm rebranding. It was my faceless account. I talked about this in prior lives where I started off faceless on that account. It was my affirmations, my positive mindset. It really did help me because, and I started this live by talking about being that helicopter mom, being that mom that was somewhat just really into my daughter and her well-being academically, all the things. And you know, at the end of the day, I had to let it go. I was like, you know what? I can't stress about that. And part of that page was helping me with my mindset because I knew I was I was not in the right space with how I was thinking about things. So I said, let me just refocus. Let me think about positive messages. Let me make that part of what was feeding me, what I was receiving. Let me do that and just shift my mindset, because a lot of things will have you thinking like you can't do this, you can't be successful. There's no way out. You're going to continue to do this. This is what your life is going to look like. And that does not have doesn't have to be the case. And so sometimes you have to get out your comfort zone. Sometimes you have to think radically different. Sometimes you have to surround yourself around people that are going to have the same positive mindset and not feed into you negative thoughts or the pessimistic thinking. And so that's what I was doing. I was having those type of messages constantly bombarding me, and I was like, you know what? I got to change. And so that's how that page came about, because I knew that I had to do something radically different. And so that's what I tried to do. You said 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much, Lucia. Thank you so much. Yes, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And tonight, so I'm a busy lady in the evening. Tonight I have my subscriber only live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So 6:30 tonight for my subs. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 8:30 p.m. for my shoppable lives. So that's what I'm adding to this. And really, again, this was about me. You're welcome, friend. This was about me being that person that says, okay, I need to do something different. That page is being underutilized. Putting it in the calendar. Look at you. Look, I'm gonna have you on these TikTok streets all the time, friend. You're gonna be out here with me. You're gonna be like, look here, Dr. Lisa. I looked at my daughter was teasing me because she did actually look at my phone. She was teasing me. I had to pick her up from college, so she's home now for the next few weeks. And so she looked at my phone. She said, "Mommy, you on live all the time." She said, "Mommy, you're live. Your phone. What is it when they track your time you've been on the phone, how long you've been on your phone, because I do my lives from my phone, and then I come off my phone, and then I'm sending messages back to you all from DMs or Instagram messages or YouTube responses." She said, "Mommy, your phone says you're on your phone an average of, well, one day it was 19 hours." So that last week was like a really busy week. So I can't even count last week. Last week, because when she said that, I was like, oh gosh. And you guys know I'm a person who was on my phone on average. My average time on my phone was averaging about 4 hours. I was that person that last year this time. 4 hours, they would say I was on my phone. I've gone up to 19 hours. Like, what in the world? So I did my third live. You gave me a confidence, and then did a shoppable live and went through. What? Kimberly, you did a shoppable live too? And you said it went well. So awesome, awesome. I'm hoping mine goes well. I shouldn't say that. I know it's going to go well. That's the positive mindset. I know it's going to go well. Um, I do need to prepare myself though, because I've done shoppable lives where I talk about my clip light, quick second, and you guys will hear me share that, and I'll put it in the cart, and you guys can get it, that type of stuff. But I've never done a full blown all I'm talking about is products. I've never done that, so this is going to be new for me. So I'm excited about that. Oh yes, I can do pessimist on my own. Got to get away from the mentality. Yes, yes. That's it. It really is. It's toxic. It is the way our mind operates in terms of how we can have what we call cognitive distortions. We can't do it. I failed once. I'm gonna fail again. All the things we tell ourselves, and then you have people around you that co-sign that and make it seem as if, yeah, it's what you're thinking is normal. It doesn't have to be that way. And so that's why I started really reframing the way I think, reading different books about it, um, and just making sure I was thinking positive stuff. And my husband, he's that person. So I became the person who was the naysayer and the pessimistic person. And he's like, okay, Lisa. And so he would always, and he doesn't do it as much because he realized that I'm positive. Actually, they were teasing me on Mother's Day because I said something I normally would have been very pessimistic about. It was like, wait a minute, who is this person? That they caught me in the act of saying something positive. It's like, that ain't normally how you think. But really, you gotta surround yourself around people who are gonna help you think differently. You said, I'm serious, you helped me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's what I and going live and getting the feedback from you all, it's helping me. Really, it is helping me because I again, your audience is a reflection of you. And I was that person that was like, okay, I can't do this. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm shy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what this is going to look like. And by doing this and seeing how I'm supporting you all and helping you all do this, and I'm actually doing it, it's helping me to continue to do it. Seriously. So I appreciate all of you. Did you sell anything? I made a sale last Sunday. Look at you. Kimberly, did you sell anything? I don't think that was directed to me. My shoppable live is on Thursday. I've sold before, so even when I sell and I put products in here, I I'm gonna say this. I know some of y'all done bought my products before. Some of y'all have bought them, so I'll show them, and because you're in the live, like for example, when I do my clip, you can see the difference. So this is my little clip on light. And this is probably something I might feature too, because it really is helping me. But you can see the difference. And so that's what a shoppable live offers. It brightens things up, so things like that, you can showcase the products and people see it in real time. How you doing, E. Danielle? I appreciate you. I went live last night for the first time and I had no clue how to pin the product. Oh, really? Pin the product for the shoppable live? You have to go into the shopping cart. You click, not the shopping cart, you have to go into that little shopping handbag type thing, basket. And when you click that, you click your product. You should have had a product set. See, I know a little bit to be dangerous when it comes to TikTok shop, so I know the process for the most part. I'm learning there's a new thing, the whole live manager. That's something I have to learn. I may go my traditional TikTok shop method, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's a little shopping bag, and you click that. Hey, Dr. Lisa, how you doing? E. Danielle, I appreciate your friend. Come on in. Yes. Lucia, is the shoppable live for products in your TikTok shop? Yes. Yep. Congratulations. I can't imagine you being pessimistic. Thank you so much. Dion, you said, hey, how you doing today? Beautiful. Thank you so much, friend. I accept compliments. I am doing well. I appreciate you. Um, and so, yeah, so you say you can't imagine me being pessimistic. My family would say otherwise. You said listening, you're so motivated. I appreciate you, friend. That's the hey. I say it now because again, I know I've been doing it, and I don't get me wrong. What I'm doing here and on YouTube, I'm not perfect at all. YouTube, I'm just putting stuff out there. I'm trying to make sure I have content. I need to edit. I need to do thumbnails. I need to do my SEO correctly. Those keywords, all the things, my titles. There are so many things that are not right. I'm starting to get emails. This is how bad it is. The people who are soliciting me, I get an email probably 2 or 3 times a day, y'all. They send the emails looking at my stuff like, okay, you producing a lot, miss, but what you doing ain't right. So I know it's not right. I just don't have the time yet to start focusing on it. So I just continue to do what I'm doing. I'm going to keep pressing on. I'm going to make sure it's out there. And then when I get the time, I'm going to fix it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to improve it. But right now, I got to work on what's happening here with TikTok. That's what I'm focusing on. So, but yeah, what type of produce yours? Oh, products. I'm gonna sell. So for this shop, for this page, you see electronics. My products are gonna focus on electronics, beauty, and wellness. Yeah, so those are 3 categories I'm gonna try to stay within. Thank you so much, Angel. I appreciate your friend. So yeah, I'm gonna stay within those products for the most part. So what? So again, live lesion. What was advised? Thank you so much, friends. How you doing, Dee Dee Peach? What was advised? How you doing, Miss Allen? Hi, come on in, friend. I looked at your name. My dad was Allen. I was like, oh, how you doing, Miss Allen? How you doing, Dee Dee? Thank you so much. Um, what Live Legion did, and this is why I said it's helpful for me because you got to figure out where you're at in this process and what type of support you need, and then you make a decision on what you want to do with that support. Okay, how you doing, E-Nurse? Um, Prophet Troy, thank you for joining. Hello, everybody. How you doing, friend? So you got to make a choice on what you need. And so what I needed was um, making sure I understood how to do the shoppable lives and if I'm going to go live. And that was kind of what was convincing for me because I do this. I'm talking to you all. I'm going live. And so a shoppable live to me just seemed like, okay, I could try that. I could do that. I've done a little bit of it before. I just haven't done a whole segment based on it. And I was like, okay, so let me see about that from a monetization because I know people do really well with their TikTok shop. And a lot of people aren't doing the live as much as they're doing content. And so you got to make sure you have enough content out there too for your posts, your shoppable videos, but also doing the lives is another way to kind of get your products out there. The advice was if you're going to do products in a week, hey Dee Dee, you're going to do products in a week, you want to make sure that you kind of stay within the same product category. So for me, it's going to be electronics this week. And then next week, I'm thinking to do beauty. And then the following week, I'm going to do wellness. Wellness will be a mixture of different types of products when it comes to um, some of the products in terms of physical health, um, some nutritional things, those type of things too. So just looking at wellness broadly. So it just depends, and I'm gonna try to balance my. You got to be careful. Somebody earlier asked about content from an algorithm perspective. You got to be careful about how much you confuse the algorithm. So because it's all TikTok shop products, I think I'm okay. However, people do say that you need to be, ideally, you want to be kind of niche specific. So if you are doing electronics, maybe those are most of your videos and you stay within that niche of products as well. So we're going to see how this goes. I probably may have to decide on which one as time goes on to say, okay, to get the most exposure, to get the most support from TikTok and the algorithm, I may have to decide on a particular product segment. But right now, I'm going to try to cover the three of them. Yep. Thank you so much, Beauty. Thank you so much, Sassy, for being here. How are you all doing? Come on in. Thank you for answering the question, Dr. Lisa. Love it. Appreciate your friend. Yeah, I'm still evolving in this, so I gotta see. I am all over. I need to make more videos. Yeah, the video content is important because that's what I've heard people say. I've gone around to different lives, different creators that are really into TikTok shops. I've been paying attention to it, so it's always been something in the back of my mind that I want to do. So this is my opportunity. What I'm learning though is that it's a combination of picking the right product. So you can be all over the place, but you got to pick out the right product and that content. Ooh, that content, you got to have a lot out there for it to pick up in the algorithm. So if you have enough volume of content, people say posting like 10 a day. If you're really good at it, you're posting maybe 2 to 3 products, but you're posting multiple videos. And if you're really pushing products out there, then the algorithm will see that and you'll get swept up in. Yes, there are people who do 10, 15, 20 a day. They got a lot of volume. And so they just push videos out. They have a day where they're batch creating and they're creating products. And keep in mind, these are not really great, sophisticated videos either. So here's my handy dandy candle. Y'all talk about my candle all the time because I keep it sitting here. But yeah, you might say, oh, smell it. Oh, this candle smells like roses. Oh my gosh, this candle's great. And then you have another video. It's like, have you seen this candle? It's light and the wick is wick free and this a soy candle. So they're just talking about the features and benefits, but they're just changing the angle. They may change their shirt and they just do a whole bunch of batch content, and they're not doing anything major sophisticated about it. You helped me realize what I want to focus on. Oh, did I? What did you want to focus on? Let me read you. Hairstylist, faith over fear with a passion for people. Look at you, friend. I love that. Sassy, you said you're going to make some videos today. Awesome. Um, and your beauty, fashion, travel, fragrance lover. Ooh, I love that. And so um, beauty is fragrance. Fragrance is under beauty. I'm assuming that's the case. That's under beauty. And then you said beauty, fashion, travel, and then fragrance would be under the beauty segment. Okay, that's good. So you have 3. Did you end up going with Live Legion? How you doing, BJ? How are you? Hello, friend. Did you go live? I know you said you go live random. Did you set a time yet? I think I'm going to narrow down to educational products. Okay. Okay, you talk about from a TikTok shop perspective. Let me know if that's what you're talking about. And so when you say educational, are you talking about like books? Um, and then when you think about books, it's self-help books, mindset, that type of stuff. Yeah, all yeah, it's hard to decide what you want to narrow it down to. So many good options. So yeah, I'm looking at comments. I'm working and listening when I can. I know I have missed a lot. Instead of me, you're fine. Oh, the solving mom. How are you, friend? Thank you for coming on in. How you doing? How is everything going? Um, Thank you for yesterday. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate meeting with you. Thank you so much for being here. And so with this live, I was going to talk real quick about faceless because I had that circle. Faceless content, and then I'll segue because I'll. So what I'm doing, obviously, with this whole TikTok shop stuff, with hello, oh page number one, how you doing, Holly Kid friend? How you doing? Come on in. With this page, that I'm changing over to TikTok Shop, it started off as faceless. And so, what I try to tell you to do, thank you so much. Appreciate you. What I want you to do as you think about your audience, as you think about your niche and the things you want to talk about to your audience, um, that's big now too. Faceless. It is. Faceless is big. The only thing I tell people, and this is where I was going to go with faceless, faceless can be great if you know exactly who you are talking to. Okay, and you got to be intentional about your content. My friends coming in, how you doing? Gara John, thank you so much for being here. If you know who you're talking to, you say correct. Yes, yes, that's the key. When you are thinking very intentionally about being faceless, your content has to be very poignant, for lack of a better word. When you are saying, here's who my audience is, people need to see that. Oh, look at you, a title gifter. Thank you for the finger hearts, friend. How are you? Adriana, thank you so much, friends. Dr. Lisa, that's why I love your live a lot because you take time to explain it. Oh, you're welcome. Appreciate that. Yeah, so you got to make sure you know who you're talking to. I'm good, and you, I'm good. It needs to be popping. It does, and it has to be popping for that audience. That's the thing. People will swipe past. They're like, oh, well, you're not talking to me because I'm not XYZ topic you're talking about, and so you got to make sure it is specific to your audience. And so if you have a picture or an image or some kind of graphic or something that is standing out as you are talking to that audience, people got to say, oh, that's me. That's who you're talking to. Like, for example, when I was talking earlier about my daughter going off to college and taking out time for myself and giving up, there was multiple people in here saying, oh, I can relate because my son's about to go, my daughter's about to go. I was crying, I was upset. I don't, that's how your faceless content has to be. So you got to be intentional about your faces because people will say people are not engaging with my content. But if you have a post with a whole bunch of words on it, first of all, a lot of people are just gonna keep scrolling because they're like, well, what's all? I gotta read all that. What's going on? So you got to make sure again it's popping. I love that. It has to be popping. You said, oh, thank you, Holly. You said I'm the best explainer. Thank you so much. You should make sure it's entertaining. Yes, yes. People got to feel like you're talking to them. Like, no trust. That's it. That's it. You gotta do that. Now, I will say this to get the know, like, and trust. When you're face forward, it becomes easier, and that's why I said live streaming is a way to do that. Because when you're faceless, it's obviously people want to be faceless. People want faceless content out there. I have my Instagram is faceless content. When you're faceless, you got to build your trust in your imagery. You got to build that know, like, and trust in your images and the things that you're promoting and what you're saying. You got to make people pause. You got to make people want to look at it and stuff. So it's going to be important that you are talking to your right audience, your target audience. But when you're face forward, you can see the whites of my eyes. You can see my eyes. You can see me and say, okay, you know what? She's genuine. I like her. I like the way she explains things. I like the time she takes. I like how she does things. I like her little quips and how she's entertaining and funny at times. If y'all like that, I don't know if y'all like that at all. But But recognizing you build that rapport and people get to really know, like, and trust you because they can see you and they get to know your personality. They get to know more about you. You guys understand me. I was doing I couldn't do my 4 o'clock last week. And I had the wedding rehearsal and all the stuff I shared about my son being in the wedding. You guys came back and asked about it. So you build that rapport and that relationship with your audience when you go live. So if I was to say I had a preference, I would say, and this is me evolving. You got to evolve, Dr. Lisa, because if you would have asked me this back when I was faceless before. So if you asked me back in October, I'd be like, oh, no, you gotta be faceless. You gotta be face forward. Why would you do that? You can be faceless. Okay. So that would have been the answer you've gotten. But I've evolved now because I know there's value added here with connecting with people. And even though all I see is my own face, I see your comments, I see your personalities, I see you in your content. I get a chance to experience you all through the words you're saying. So how you doing, Coach Fee? So recognizing that if you're going to do faceless, just make sure you're being very intentional about who you're talking to and make sure your content will resonate with that audience. Holly Q, how are your friends? You said, "Well, I'm doing all around. I put too much text. Yeah, too much text. Thank you so much, Holly Q. Too much text is always hard. I mean, and what do others think? I don't want to assume that everybody feels that way because again, you got to know your audience, and your audience might say, you know what, I appreciate you putting all that text on the screen. I just want to see that text because I like the way I'm able to get the message and I'm gonna read it. Now that's probably not the traditional perspective, but there may be people who like it. So if you know your audience, maybe you're speaking to a certain audience that appreciate the text. Dr. Liz taught me how to do both. Yes, I did. Faceless, thank you so much. Faceless and face forward. We were all invested wondering how to win. No. And he didn't do it. He didn't do it. I gotta call my friend. I didn't get a chance to talk to her. We were texting back and forth. I'm gonna try to call. I think she leaves for our honeymoon probably tomorrow, Thursday or Friday. So I have to check in on her because I wonder if she saw the video. Because she asked me, she's like, "Oh, how did he do?" Because she hadn't seen him because she came in her grand entrance through the doors after he had already left and not done the bell ringing. So she had no clue. I said, "You gonna see the video?" He did not do well, but it was fine. It was fine. He did okay. He didn't do it fully. True. Yeah. So he said, "Oh no." Yeah. He didn't. He got nervous. He got spooked about it. The music was loud. It was just drama. It was indoors. He practiced when it was outdoors. They had to do a rain change because it was raining, and so by being indoors and he didn't practice that. He came out, he saw the people, he heard the music. He was like, let me go back in. Let me go back the other direction. so it was cute-ish because I was like, oh my gosh, I was like startled. I was like, let me help. But it turned out fine. It turned out totally fine. Good advice. I appreciate you all. Good vibes. Love it. Keep it up. The good. Thank you so much. He didn't know. He didn't. I think I'm gonna do faceless on my backup account. Oh, Coach Fee. You could, like I said, just know your audience, do the research to know your audience. And so as you create content, make sure it will always resonate with your audience. That's the thing about it. I tried using a sticker banner last night with my Substack on it. It was hard to pin comments with it. Yes. Depending on, and TikTok is that way. Depending on if you use a board, not that you can't pin comments. I can't touch my screen to share out my live with the power share when you share it out broadly. I can't do that when I have a board up. So I stopped using boards because of that. When I do the little sticker, I can do everything as usual. It's not a problem. But that board stops me from being able to do that. So yeah. Bless his heart. You guys funny. You said you were worried about him. Yes, I was worried. I was see Rain wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. And I wasn't thinking. And honestly, what I should have been the one that was in the back room with him because I could have been like, in my mind, I was like, I could have been like, okay, baby, you're gonna go out. The music's starting. My daughter, his little shirt came untucked from his back. She didn't tuck his shirt in. It was like I was like, girl, why you got the baby looking like this? And so I was like, this is just a hot mess. He came out looking all disheveled, looking all startled, and he came out, he's like, no, I'm going back. So anyway, I went into mommy mode. So I had to come run. And then there was another guest. She was part of the team. She's like, I'll walk him down. I was like, okay, that's fine. Let her walk him down. And then my friend came out the doors all dramatic, and I was like, let me take pictures of her. And so it was 30 seconds for me. In that 30 seconds, it was just chaotic. But it was fine. It was totally fine. Everybody else probably was like, oh, he's so cute. I was like, no. Happy Wellness Wednesday. How you doing? How you doing, friend? Shenanigans Production. I love it. Products. Okay, product spotlight. Ooh, look at you. Good morning, everyone. How are you, friends? So come on in. So last but not least, I'm probably going to talk for another 10 or 15 minutes. I do have to head to another meeting this afternoon. I'm going to be back to back this afternoon, but I appreciate you all. Come on in. Any questions for me? Let me just get any questions out. Thank you for sharing the live and tapping the screen. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'm doing my sub only live, so my subscribers, make sure you lock your calendar in for 6:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. So I'm going to do that, and then like I said, tomorrow, my other account, my Dr. Lisa Shops account. So I'm doing the shoppable live, my first one, my first full shoppable live, because like I said, I've pinned products in here before, and I've shown products, but I have not really done a full product feature where I'm talking about the product and giving, all the details about it. So it's gonna be new for me, but I'm excited about it. Please talk about engaging with subscribers and the TikTok new fan club setup. Ooh, thank you for asking. So a couple things. Let me start with the TikTok fan club. So right now, TikTok, this is TikTok's ad box. They have a different campaigns that they're doing. The campaign right now they're promoting, you'll see it where it talks about fan club. Let me see, does it highlight? Yeah, so it says fan club. And so it's newly upgraded. Essentially, and I said this yesterday, Hallie Q, I don't know how you feel about it. I feel a certain way about them changing it to fan club. At first I thought it was kind of cute and quirky to say fan club, but then I was like, you know what, that seems kind of, somebody used the word groupie. I was like, I guess I could say that. I don't know if I don't like that vibe about it. Because I think I say we are a team. We work together. We're in a whole relationship. So it kind of takes the team out of it when you say a fan club, because then it becomes about me. And it ain't about me, it's about all of us. And I think that notion has kind of fed into some of these other live hosts that feel a little entitled about how people should operate and conduct themselves in their room. And so recognizing if you're feeding into that ego of people feeling like, okay, this is all about me, you guys are fans, and I agree with main character energy, but it ain't gotta be all about you here, y'all. It has to be about the team. We all gotta work together. So I digress, but I don't know if I like fan club as the name. I think they need to rethink that and go back to, we're a team, and helping people understand the whole team environment, teamwork aspect of this. And so maybe that's what they want to get away from, the whole teamwork piece of it. I don't know. Um, did I set it as an event for tomorrow? For my this one, my sub only live, I need to set as an event. My shoppable live, I did set it as an event on the other page. It's not on this page, it's on the other page. I need to set my alarm for the sub only heading to one of. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Definitely set the alarm. I appreciate you all. Um, Thank you so much. You said me too. Yeah, I have a community of not fans. That's it. That's it. Exactly. Yeah. I thought it was just me. We are a team. That's it. We are a team. So I don't know. I don't like it from that notion. But ultimately, what they're doing though, I thought what they're doing. I think I like the idea of offering more gift opportunities, ways for people to engage when it comes to claiming your points and making that particular feature a part of it, where people can clearly see they have points that they've collected and they can claim those points. I like some of the cute new gifts that they're offering too, which is kind of funny and fun to look at. I they have that bonus round. I think they need to rethink that also. I think they should have it a couple times throughout the day. Honestly, I don't think there's a problem with, maybe it's a bonus round during the 10 o'clock hour or 9 o'clock hour for the morning people, the people who are here in the mornings. I get it where it's in the evening because the day is about to end, but I think there's something to be said about doing it earlier too, and people can start building up their points that way. He said, "We are not celebrities." Exactly. We are not celebrities. That is it. That is not it. Doc, I'll try to make it to your shop. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, yes, definitely come. I'll be promoting it a little bit more. I got to do some more content so I can promote it on this page as well as the other page. Good morning. How are you, Digital? Thank you so much, Doris. How are you, friend? So, yeah, so the fan club, when you think about that bonus round, it's from 8 to 9 o'clock at night. It essentially, well, you'll see up here where it's going to say daily ranking, and then it changes to popular live. The popular live gets activated. So, people throwing out that popular live vote. And then there's a couple other things that happen where people put in the chat engage. There's different things that are activated in a live where people are moving up in their rankings. So you move up in your rankings by people supporting you, tapping the screen, sharing the live, commenting, and gifting. Gifting is a big piece of it. The popular live vote is the main thing that's being thrown out. And as you get more and more popular votes, you move up in your ranking. And so people in the evening, the time because the day ends at midnight, people are really trying to push that hour of popular votes. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2 times the points for popular votes at that time, so you get double the amount of points that help move up that ranking piece. So that's what's happening too. True celebrity culture is going away away of the dinosaurs. Nobody wants to be a celebrity on here. Exactly. Exactly. You know, people want to feel like they're not they may have, you know, 300,000 followers. And it's like, oh, I'm still a small creator. I'm still a small influencer. So that, to your point, yes, that's exactly what's happening. It's like, no, I'm not in the millions. I still got a lot of room to grow. So there's a lot of that happening. And, at the end of the day, we're all evolving in our own way, but recognizing the whole fan club thing, I was like, oh, they should change the name. But again, I like the new gifting things. They have like the slippers. There's some other little things that they do. It's the little characters. It's super cute. And then they also have like I said, with the Daily Heart Me, you claim your points, you put your comments in, you can see how you're leveling up and your points matter. So I think from a viewer perspective, it's a little bit more interactive. And so that's important to see. I think I like that. And just making sure if you are going to take advantage of the 8 o'clock time frame, where maybe you do go live at that time, that could be something you aspire to do, where you move up in your particular league by being part of the popular votes if you have a community that's supporting you in that way. My shoppable live, I don't know. I think gifting can happen and people will do it, but I think the goal is to focus on the products. And so people can gift you, but you really want to focus on showcasing the product. So a lot of people don't do all of the conversations surrounding, you know, making sure you're gifting and all those things. Is probably liking, sharing out the live, making sure you follow the live posts. Those things you want to continue to do to make sure that people are able to get notifications and continue to come back for future shoppable lives. So that's what you want to promote. Hey Ladybug, I'm going live for the first time tonight. Any advice? Well, first of all, congratulations. Any advice? So, quick question. Do a live event. So go on your live home screen, schedule an event, do a quick post where you just say just that. You could say exactly that to your community. It's like, hey, I am going live for the first time. I'm going to be talking about this, but any advice, any other topics you think I should discuss? And don't forget to follow me and join me at my live at blah, blah, blah time. And um, I look forward to seeing you there, So people get excitement. So build excitement about your live. And then you can share it, put in your story as well. That will be the first thing I tell you. And then if you can have an outline of a couple different things you want to talk about in your live, because even if you don't get viewers, a lot of viewers to sit and stay with you, you can use that content. And I said this the other day, save it, download it, and put it on your YouTube channel. Put it somewhere else where people can see it and engage, or make it a clip to put as content. So those are the advice. That's the advice I would give you. Dr. Lisa teaching me live and how to engage as a listener has set my engagement status through the roof. You're welcome, friend. You're welcome. You've grown too. I meant to tell you that because I think Haliku, you were at like 17,000 when you came in here originally. Let me know. Weren't you like in the maybe high teens, early 20s? Did you double? Did you have viral content? Like what happened? Oh, I appreciate you saying that about me, but I need to take my own advice, friend. Because I think you've grown quite a bit in your followers. That's awesome. Your live was 8.5 hours last night. What in the world? Wow. I think if you took it, like if my daughter saw your phone in terms of how long you've been on your phone, you probably like 25 hours. You 8.5 hours? My goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Chat later, everyone. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. Yes. Haliku, you gotta answer me. I'm curious now. Like what have you been doing, friend? You said I've been taking your advice, but you're streaming. You're streaming. Haliku is a podcaster. So she's on Substack. I've gone viral and baby viral a few times. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Um, but still, I know you're on those other platforms too, so that might be driving traffic to your room as well. But that's awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations. Let me cheer for that. He said I'm viral, baby viral. Yeah, I had a baby viral video. I gotta figure out the whole viral thing. I haven't gone to viral. Okay, friends, let's do this. It's almost noon. I'm gonna get off around 12:15. If you are not following me on my YouTube channel, please subscribe there. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to build that out. We're gonna see what this next month looks like. I've been going about 5 weeks. I need to mark a calendar. Look at the exact day I started because I think it was like the second week of April, and now we're in pretty much the middle of May. So it's been about 6 weeks. I'm going to say 6 weeks to be fair about it. Um, and in those 6 weeks, I've grown, oh gosh, 210 new followers, y'all, which is awesome. I did not think I was going to do that. Obviously, you want to grow your channels. You want to make sure you grow your followers. So when it comes to that platform, I'm really proud of it, and I'm going to continue to do this. So the goal with YouTube is a long game. It is not something where you're going to instantly have a lot of subscribers, instantly have people coming and viewing your content. You got to cultivate that, okay? So it is, if you are cultivating it, probably over the next, I don't know, 6 months, year, you can get to the point where you have 1,000 subscribers. You're monetized. 4,000 watch hours is the other thing you need because they have the subscribers and watch hours. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much. YouTube is slow. It is. It is a slow grind. It actually, in terms of comparison to TikTok, if I was to compare the two, I hear YouTube's payout over time is better. TikTok is good. That 4K watch hours is, yes, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. I run, so how to quick tip. If you have the ability to do it off your other pages. I have a couple different YouTube channels. My daughter's had a couple. My husband has one or two. I think I have two. So there's about 6 in my house that I have immediate access to. I run my lives on those channels. I run them, just run them. And so those give me, and I clear it out, and I run them, and so it gives you some watch hours. So I just say that as a tip. If you have a couple different ways to do it, you can do it in your house. So you shouldn't overdo it, but that could be a way to do it if you're trying to get it. And then you encourage people to watch. Yeah. So just know that could be an option for you if you're trying to run it. Thank you so much, Latanya. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You said brilliant idea. Yeah, so I think I'm almost at 600 watch hours. But obviously, I'm streaming 2 times a day. There's content there. I'm gonna have a lot of videos. So I'm gonna have a lot of content. I literally need to sit down, literally sit down and make these shorts, not shorts, or long form videos, 10, 15-minute videos, just so that I have additional content. Doesn't have to be fancy, but I need to have the content from long form videos, and it just can't all be my live stream playlist. So so that's my thing about this. I just know I need to sit down and do it. I just haven't found the time to do it. The struggle is making the thumbnails. Yes, thumbnails, Canva, yeah, all that. You can use Canva, but yeah, that's my other struggle. Just being creative in that way. I'm going to probably ask my son to do maybe a batch of them for me, so I can at least have a few that I can use. Recognizing that it's not going to be perfect, but at least I can have some that I can use, and we can I can rotate between a few of them and change out some of the ability to have them in Canva, just change out some of the verbiage, but have a couple different images I use. All right, good friends, let's do this. If you are in my room and you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna show you my stand store. I always talk about making sure you tell people what you have to offer. Especially just followed you over there too. Look at you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, Really quickly though, Cinnamon, let me say this. I did not. I probably should have told you this before you went over there. YouTube is particular about just clicking subscribe, so you always want to watch maybe a short or long form video, then like, comment, subscribe, because they see that as genuine engagement. And again, because it's not social media, it's a search engine. They want you. You said okay. they want you to. They want you to watch, and they see it as fake engagement if you don't watch. So, and they may not approve your subscription. So you might have subscribed, and then I go back and say, "Oh, Cinnamon did subscribe," because YouTube is like, "Oh, well, she didn't watch anything, Gora." So just make sure, and I say that out loud. This is for YouTube, Halaku, as you're starting to build out your page, and you have your audience that's engaging with your content, and you are encouraging them to go over on YouTube. Just make sure they watch something real quick. My Yes, Michelle Crochet, she said something that was pretty interesting, and I want to make sure I honor what she's saying, because it really is a difference in terms of. I just found you over here. Thank you so much, Cinema. I see you, friend. Thank you all. I appreciate you all being here. Let's see. I gotta remove a comment. Somebody was being rude. Let's see. YouTube, you do get rude people too. Thank you so much, everyone who is checking in. I appreciate you all coming in. So, you gotta make sure so because I'm vertical, my laptop is vertical, you get all types of people. Essentially, YouTube will let traffic come into your room, and you get kids. Similar to TikTok, you get the trolls, you get rude comments and stuff too. So you gotta make sure you remove those comments, and ideally you can block the people too. But yeah, so when it comes to what Michelle was saying about YouTube, she said the shorts are something that's a TikTok thing, and I think YouTube tried to do it, and it's not necessarily as successful as they thought it would be. So I personally think it's a great way to look at someone's content really quickly, put a comment in, like, subscribe. So it's there for you to do it for that purpose. But I think the notion for true YouTubers, the shorts is not it. The long form video is where they would like people to engage in their content from the long form videos. You all keep learning, supporting Dr. Lisa. I'm off to dance class. Thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. Halaki, I'm gonna come visit you soon too. I gotta get my life together with my scheduling. But and that's why I said earlier I need to do a little bit more, because I'm in these streets. I want to make sure I'm visiting a lot of you all too. So, really quickly, if you are interested, and we're gonna pivot, and I'm gonna do this in like 15 minutes because I have another meeting to get to. If you are interested and you're new to my room, just put new. This live, I was engaging and talking, but my new people, I did not get a chance to fully talk to you all. So if you are new and you're here, you're like, let me chime in and say I'm new. So put new in the chat. If you are not new and you have questions, let me know. How you doing, Rockstar? See you, friend. Um, I'm going to do this real quick. I usually share my stand store to let you know how to get a hold of me if you want support, whether it's one-on-one consultations, whether it is my bundle. My bundle is where a lot of people have connected and they have access to me. The meetings I have today is because people who got my bundles, that's it. And recognizing that they have access, I can help you, we can chat, we can brainstorm, I can support you. So kind of new, my second time. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for being here. And so that's another way you can get access to me or hold me and to support you in your journey. Also, with the bundle, you get put into my Instagram group chat, as well as if you want additional support, we can do one-on-one conversations as well. And then I also have in my stand store is my UBC. So UBC is where I learned a lot about branding, how I talk about branding, how I talk about the importance of understanding your target audience. So that is from UBC. So if you are interested in UBC, you can also grab it. It's not cheap, but I'm going to say it's worth having that resource. Hey, I am new here. How you doing, Strength of Hera? Thank you so much. Look at you. Awesome, friend. I appreciate you joining. Thank you for coming here. And if you don't mind, I'm going to give you a little homework. I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. We're going to put some words in your bio so TikTok knows who you are and what you're about. And then those words will help categorize you and help with pushing your content out. And then also when you come into lives, people can see it as well. So we can see who you are and what you're about as well. So thank you so much for joining. How do you handle starting with 0 views? Devin, you're talking about for your live stream? Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Thank you. I will today. Look at you. Yes, it just puts words in there. And then what I teach though is that you actually want to be intentional about your words because you want it to resonate with your target audience. So there's a little bit of a next step to it. But the first step is just to have some words that just describe who you are and what you're all about. And then ideally those words will align with your content. And as TikTok is categorizing you, it'll get pushed out to people who are looking for that content. So that's the whole methodology about it. But thank you so much. You said, how do you handle starting with 0 views for your live stream? I'm assuming that's what you meant. And Devin, with the hello, listening to lunch. Thank you on lunch. Thank you so much for being here. PR Legends, I love that. Awesome. Thank you so much. Personal records. Okay, lunch. Oh, I love that. Nice. What I will say is that in the very beginning of your live, and this is what I just talked about UBC. UBC is a great example. What UBC taught me, what I learned from visiting other live rooms and stuff, you start off small. You start off at the beginning. You're growing your community. You're building your community. People are coming in and they're trying to decide if they know, like, and trust you. And so in that growth, you are still going to be building probably for at least 30 days, if not longer. And so what I would tell you is that don't rush it. Don't feel as if, you know what, I'm not progressing and it's only been 4 days. Oh, I'm not getting a lot of people in my room and it's only been 10 days. Oh my gosh, I don't understand why people aren't coming and it's been 14 days. You say, copy that. And so recognizing that it's going to happen, my very first live, I tell people all the time, I got 7 cents. I was like, oh my God, I just spent my 30 minutes of my day and I got 7 cents. I'm like, what in the world? And then the next day I got 3 cents. So that totally humbled me. Like, wait a minute. We're going backwards. But recognizing that, he said, I made 3 cents, laugh out loud. Yes. And so when I made 50 cents, I was cheering. I was like, oh my gosh, I made 50 cents. And so It's that way. So you got to recognize that you're gonna start small, you're gonna start growing, you're gonna start increasing. It will get better. You will make more money. It's consistency. That consistency. And what I will say to you, you really see the payoff when you start going daily. So if you're just going a couple days a week, you are probably not going to see the growth. And TikTok is not going to push people into your room. And so, because I do the algorithm, when I said it started with UBC, I understood the algorithm. Okay. I understood that it's going to take time for the algorithm to warm up to me. I told somebody earlier today who asked about their content. I said it takes it and if they were changing, if they were looking at changing their page and changing their niche, their topic altogether. I said it's going to take about 2 weeks for TikTok to pick up on your change. I say you need to post consistently, hopefully at least once a day, maybe twice, so that you're now telling the algorithm, this is my new topic. Same thing with going live. You got to show up. And if you show up daily, then you're telling the algorithm, this is my new topic. How you doing, Doris? How you doing, friend? I'll be meeting with you again soon, I think. Well, no, wait, no, no, we're not meeting. I saw the other email from you from UBC. That's what it was. I was like, was that a meeting? No, it wasn't a meeting. It was UBC. Yes, so thank you for that. And so recognizing it's going to take time with your live stream too. It does not happen overnight. TikTok is still trying to figure out, are you serious or not? Are you doing this? And then your words. And then your title of your live and how you are engaging in the live and connecting with people. TikTok is still figuring all that out. So they're evaluating what you're doing. And in that evaluation, as you do it more consistently, you're showing up every day. It's like, oh, okay, you're serious about this. You are going to be here. Well, let me push some people from your room for the FYP because I hear what you're talking about. Now I see you're serious about this. Oh, you want to talk about retirement, or you want to talk about what does it mean to crochet? Oh, you want to talk about these topics. Let me push people in your room. And so you got to show up. And really, I talked about being grateful. I talked about being having gratitude. Appreciate the early stage of this. Appreciate the growth that's happening. Appreciate how you are thinking differently about how to talk and connect with people, and you're understanding the patterns here. Or you're going back to look at your recordings and you're seeing, okay, oh, I should be doing something different. I will say this. I do the hand heart now. This is part of my growth. I do the hand heart because I'm a hand talker. So I was doing this and I was talking so much. Somebody actually in the chat was like, "Oh, are you doing American Sign Language ASL? Like what?" And I was like, no." But I was a hand talker, so I was like, "Okay, let me do something where I can show my hands, I could talk, but I'm not flinging all over the place." And so now I try not to talk as much, but I'm still a hand talker, y'all. I am still a hand talker. Some great information here. Thanks. You're welcome. The pink paddler. I appreciate that. Okay. Need to show it that this is my new topic. Yes. Yep. You gotta show it. You gotta show up. You gotta be consistent. You gotta show up. Like I said, daily is the better approach. Def working on my consistency. Yep. That's it. So as you show up, TikTok is hearing you. They understand what you're saying. You understand the mechanics of how this operates. People are supporting you. They're tapping the screen. They're sharing off the live. All of that matters to activating your room. Now, over time, you'll learn a little bit more in terms of how to get engagement going, how to get people to fully support your live, because you're like, okay, I know I now have them tapping the screen. Oh, maybe I need to point out my wish box, or maybe I need to show them some other things to make sure that they understand how to give, or I need to tell them to click the daily heart me so that they can get those heart me points. But also, you instantly follow me. Oh, if they don't want to do the daily heart me, maybe I need to tell them to follow the live host. So there's things that you're going to learn how to do. In my stand store, my 3-page checklist gives you some things that you should do before your live, during your live, throughout it to get engagement, as well as after your live. And so that's how you build community. That's how you build supporters, because people see you showing up in that way and they see you're being consistent. And then they're like, oh, okay, this person is real. Let me sit in on their live. They're showing up on my feed all the time. Let me sit in and see what they're talking about. So you want to be intentional. How you doing, Katie? Thank you so much, friend. I see your friend, Glenn. Thank you for being here. So yeah, let me know if there's any other questions. Okay, so really quickly, if you click my, hi, how you doing, friend? If you click my profile photo here, my mini profile will pop up. If you click my photo again, it takes you to my main page profile. And on my profile here, we're going to click my Stand Store link. It's under my bio. And you click that, it'll take you to my page. And so we're going to walk through this really quickly. If you are looking for additional resources, I talked about UBC. UBC is a whole community. It's 54,000 people. It is in school. They have 40 hours of content, different modules. UBC is taught by 7, 8 figure earners. They had a powerful, in my opinion, mindset conversation, because everything they talked about was the things that I struggled with and I actually had, worked on throughout my journey last fall. And so when I heard her talking about it, I think I resonated and connected, because I was like, that's exactly what I was doing. And I love the way she, um, you know, shared different examples, different things you can kind of think about in terms of how you change your mindset. So it was really powerful for me. So they have those mindset calls weekly, and they have strategy calls, not weekly, monthly, and they have strategy calls. I think also they're shifting to monthly. So, but really helping you understand, how do you operate differently in this digital marketing space. And then, what I teach here is that digital marketing is not just these courses. It's not just, oh, brand deals, or social media. It is brand deals. It is affiliate marketing. It is the social media. It is Etsy and selling and e-commerce. It is TikTok shop selling. It's all those things. It's live streaming. So recognizing, as we do this, even from a live stream perspective, we are operating in a digital platform, a digital format. And as viewers, we are engaging, we're getting points. If you become a guest, you get monetized. As live hosts, you are getting diamonds and getting rewards for it. So you are engaging and you're building community, you're getting new followers. And the idea is that you will grow to the point where you in turn will get brand deals, or maybe you're considering getting affiliate marketing deals. And so you want to make sure you understand this business. I referenced the book in the video and got a message to post as a promotion on TikTok, or TikTok won't push it out. You know what? I don't do the TikTok promotion thing when they send those things out. Some people do it, but I don't. I don't. Um, I think it's just one of those things where if you do it once, they're gonna always ask you to do it. So I just try to avoid doing it altogether. On my other account, I had done it a few times. Again, I decided that that wasn't the best use of my money, because I didn't see any benefit over time with my other content. It was just asking me constantly to pay for it to get promoted. So I said no, never again. So with UBC, you get access to me because I'm going to put you in a different UBC group chat. So again, when I sent the message out to my people, I sent it out to the group chat and said, hey guys, here's something you want to pay attention to that UBC just did. This was really powerful. Um, when it comes to my bundle, that's a separate group chat. So we talk about all things going live. We talk about monetizing our expertise, coming up with product ideas for our community. I meet with those individuals one on one. I have a meeting today with somebody that is part of the bundle. I think the other person made an appointment. So, yeah. So I want you to be intentional about your growth strategy. You said, thank you. I didn't know what I was asking. Yeah, that's what they were asking for you to pay. If you start paying now, you're going to get those constantly. So I just avoid them. I mean, everybody still gets them, but I think there's something to be said about if you did it once, it knows that you're interested. So you'll see it. You'll feel like you're constantly getting encouraged to buy, pay for those ads or pay to be promoted. The other two items in here are my 3-page checklist I talked about earlier. And then if you're curious about what to talk about in your live, your niche, your topic, your target audience, the keywords, how to create an intro script, I have about 20 different prompts in here that you can easily adopt to what you're trying to do. My one-on-one consultations, I do that. So you can offer, my initial one is, my initial meeting, or our initial meeting is 40 minutes over Zoom, and then we'll schedule a follow-up one probably within 2 to 3 weeks after the live or after the initial consultation to do an accountability session. It's 40 minutes over Zoom. Last but not least is my overthinking guide. So if you're someone who's sitting back, you're like, I'm nervous, I'm shy, I'm scared people are going to see me, I'm scared to be found out, I want you to stop overthinking. First of all, TikTok is huge. Second of all, if they do see you, that's okay because you're working on yourself. It has nothing to do with what they do, the job, family, whatever it is. You are working on yourself. So make sure you download that as well. I am going to stop there because this puts me at 12:15. If you want any of these items, go ahead and grab them. I usually do spend some time reviewing them, but I got to prepare for some meetings and get some things done this morning. I'm so happy you all are here. Let me know if you have any questions. I don't send out DMs, I don't initiate them. I do respond to them. So if you, for whatever reason, have questions and you're like, Dr. Lisa, let me ask your opinion on this, feel free to send me a DM. I'm happy to answer your question. My imposter accounts, they will initiate. So if you start hearing from imposter accounts, let me know because I need always so helpful. You're welcome, friend. Let me know because I need to get them removed. So I'm going to fill out. I have 2 that I know are still out there. So I got to do some more removals and submit the copyright infringement. And I will be doing that. All right, friends. I appreciate you so much. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you for coming on my YouTube channel. If you have not done so, make sure you go to one of my videos or Yes Michelle Crochets, her video, and like, comment, subscribe. And that way we could do the same for you. Because we're trying to build this dog growth season. There's no reason we can't be successful. We just got to take that initiative. All right? All right, friends. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my YouTube friends.